Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It is Tinah Mashilwane, and if you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for showing support. Thank you so much for following my content. Please do tell a friend to tell a friend that this is where they want to be, because we are about having fun and having real authentic conversations on my platform. If you are new here, please don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. You do want to be here because this is the most amazing segment of my channel. It is hashtag Talks with Tinah episode 4, and we are going to be talking about bullying, any type of bullying. So social media, cyberbullying, bullying in school, etc. And obviously I'll give you typical examples of bullying that I have personally experienced in the creative space, as well as at home, my personal experiences, etc. But before we get into that, guys, I just want to apologize. I know I have not been shooting content for the longest time, but I'm swiftly getting the hang of things, and I promise I'm going to drop more content. I'm the man behind this camera is going to shoot the content. But yeah, welcome back, guys. I'm back, and let's keep it moving. So, guys, I wanted to talk about bullying because, you know, something happened about a month and a half ago or so on social media with a particular creative entrepreneur. I like referring to people as creative entrepreneurs and not influencers, because I feel like being called an influencer is demeaning more than anything, because people don't take you seriously. The amount of work that goes into creating content and editing it, etc., is a lot, guys. So we are creative entrepreneurs because we curate social media content for brands, and that is a big deal. It is a big deal. So something happened with a particular creative entrepreneur on social media where she was villainized once again for something that happened about 2-3 years ago. And the other creative entrepreneur in question wanted to push a narrative and didn't really focus on the main subject. I hope I'm making sense. And for her to bring up something that happened 3 years ago was really disrespectful to the other party, and I felt that at some point we had to say something about it on social media, because there's this narrative that has been out there about this particular individual, and she's often villainized as a result. She's often regarded as the villain in everyone's story. She's always in the wrong. She can never do anything right in other people's eyes, and that for me is a form of bullying, because she has lost bags, she has lost really good friendships as a result, because instead of voicing out how she felt, she decided to keep quiet to protect people's feelings, you know, and to protect certain relationships. And sometimes in life, you do that because you want to see the best in people, but to your detriment, which is absolute BS in my opinion. I'll also give you examples of my form of bullying. Most of you do know that I trended in 2019 about an issue with a particular lawyer, and till this day, guys, I have not told my side of the story. And I've gotten to a point in my life where I'm okay with people not knowing my side of the story. I'm okay with people curating their own ideology of what the full story is, and I'm okay with people concluding on what they want to conclude on. I'm not in the business of explaining myself. He knows the truth. He knows that I didn't extort money from him. He knows that for a fact. And if I open my mouth, it's gonna stink. And I've healed from it. My family have healed from it. My close friends have healed from it. People that were with me during that time, we have healed from it. And for social media to keep bringing it up, like, what are you trying to achieve by bringing it up? You can't use something I've healed from against me. Doesn't work like that, guys. You can bring it up however you want. You can drag me on Twitter. I am not folding. I'm not protecting my tweets. I am not answering to bullshit. All I'll do is just press the block button, because I'm not succumbing to bullying. There are certain public figures in the industry who have even DM'd me saying, whatever you do, stick to your truth, and it is what it is. And that's exactly what I've chosen to do, guys. You can try and bully me all you want. It's not gonna happen. I've suffered bullying as a child, where I was in situations where I had to choose between so and so, and I was always caught in the middle. And I think to some extent it is a trauma response thing, where I experienced the same thing in adulthood, in public spaces, at events, within friendships, where I'm always caught up in the middle. And when I make a conclusion based on both sides of the story, I'm still the villain. I'm still villainized for it. And I can never do wrong. I can never do right, rather, in people's eyes. And that's literally how I've lived my entire life, where I always have to prove myself to certain individuals. I get bullied behind my back. There's people that say the most absolute nonsense about me behind my back, and that is also gossip. To me, is also a form of bullying, because why are you saying all of that stuff behind my back when you can't say it with your chest in front of me, you know? But yeah, I've experienced the worst type of bullying. Social media, I don't even care, because half of the people will never say that stuff to my face. So it is what it is. We keep it moving aside. I'm just looking for my notes, guys. Sorry. So yeah, that particular incident that happened on social media, personally, I had to jump in because I felt like now people are now villainizing this particular girl with everything. Like nothing she does can ever be right in social media's eyes. And the other girl was praised. She was adored on social media on that particular day. How she's always getting her bag. She must keep winning, blah, blah, blah. How do you change a narrative to make it suit what you want to talk about by involving an incident that happened years ago? That to me didn't make sense. And yeah, I was quite active on Twitter that day, because I was like, no guys, no bullying of this particular individual will be tolerated. It must stop. And I even DM'd her and I said, you know what, whatever happens, stick to your truth. Be as loud as you want, because that's who you are. Be your authentic self, because that's your trademark, and that's what sells. And whatever social media says is their problem. You just keep it moving. So I'm really glad that she got to a point where she was just like, okay, this is me, and I'm not going to change to fit societal standards. And I really, really admire that about her. I'm so glad that she got to that point eventually. But yeah, guys, other forms of bullying, I've been bullied even in relationships where I wasn't allowed to voice out my feelings. I wasn't allowed to be upset or unhappy about things I was unhappy about in the relationship. Instead, I was called toxic. I was told I still have trauma. I recently had a conversation with someone who said, I have past traumas. And I'm like, why are you victim? Why are you making yourself the victim? Because what I'm telling you is something that I am unhappy about, and you're making it about yourself. You're telling people about past traumas. My past traumas are happy with what we're discussing now. And as a result, because I resist the bullying, I'm the toxic one. Like, I don't understand how that works. I really don't. But friendship or relationship or whatever it was ended, and I'm okay with that, guys. Like, I'm sincerely okay with that. Like, I've mastered the art of detachment. If I cannot be my authentic self around you, and if you're going to constantly want to bully me, I'm going to detach and I'm going to keep it moving. And I think that's the biggest lesson for me this year, is to allow people to have whatever say they have of you, and that's fine, but that's not your reality. And stick to your truth. Be your authentic self. Don't allow people to corner you or box you because you are this loud, flamboyant personality. Like, I'm a very flamboyant person. I'm very outspoken. I'm sure most of you will realize this on Twitter. I said what I said and I don't fold, and you're not going to bully me into changing my opinion about a certain topic. It doesn't work like that. But yeah, I'm glad that I've mastered the art of detachment. I've mastered the art of being true to who I am. There's people that love and appreciate me for who I am. So why would I allow people that don't know me from a bar of soap to bully me into fitting in when I was born and created to stand out, But yeah, guys, even in family, I've always been bullied. Having my son at a young age, I was bullied into, doing certain things I didn't approve of. There was also emotional bullying where I had to do certain things for the sake of peace in the house. I don't want to dwell much into that because it's a chapter of my life I don't like talking about. But just to give you a brief overview of it, I was emotionally bullied. Especially with my son. I feel like to a certain extent, my family became very hostile towards me because I had my son at a very young age. And as a result, there were certain things I didn't approve of. There were certain things I did for the sake of ukuthula endlini. And I really didn't like that because when I look back at that, I'm like, actually, I shouldn't have, But sometimes you do things just to make people keep quiet. And yeah, that's the biggest lesson I also learned from that. But yeah, in a nutshell, guys, no, never succumb to bullying. Never succumb to bullying, especially on social media. Social media is the worst place to ever be bullied because, like, people say whatever they want to say there. And they know Uguti, they hide behind their phones and there's literally nothing much you can do about it. Some of the people that bully me on social media, I see in public spaces, I see at events, and I'm like, why are you quiet now? Why are you quiet? But yeah, man, it's just resisting that bullying and not succumbing to it and knowing who you are, staying true to who you are and being your authentic self. Eventually you'll find your tribe. Eventually you'll find people that resonate with you and that love you and respect you for who you really are. You don't have to always be in spaces with them and have to pretend to be something that you're not. And people that know me personally, you'll know that this is Tinah on camera, this is Tinah on social media, but this is also Tinah in real life. Like, I'm literally an open book. I like what I like, I don't like what I don't like, and it is what it is. But yeah, guys, there's not much I really want to say about this topic because it's annoying also because bullying is not nice. My son has also been bullied because he's an academic at school. As a result, there was a certain point where he didn't even want to go to school anymore because he actually admitted that he was being bullied because he always interacts in class, he always gives the correct answers, and as a result, he's being bullied by the other classmates. Did I not drive to that school and give those children a piece of my mind? Because no child of mine will be bullied. I was not bullied. Well, I was bullied. I wouldn't say I was bullied in school. I won't even lie. I resisted the bullying by being the bully because that's the only way to get rid of a bully. But I wouldn't say I was bullied. It was just mean girl energy more than anything. So no child of mine will be bullied by another child. And if my children retaliate to the bullying, when the principal calls me, the call must be about my child being bullied and not my child hitting another child. Because I've actually taught my son to fight back. If they ever put their hands on him, he must return the favor. Because guys, no. I didn't carry that boy for 9 months for him to be bullied. No ways. But yeah, and same goes for my daughter as well. So yeah. So guys, I just want to give out some pointers in order to prevent bullying in general, not just for your children, but for you as an adult, because bullying happens everywhere. Social media, in corporate, at work, with family. So I just want to, share some pointers on how we can deal with bullying and resist it at all costs. So as Alice Miller, author of Thou Shalt Not Be Aware, she states that if children have been accustomed from the start to having their world respected, they will have no trouble later in life recognizing disrespect directed against them in any form and will rebel against it on their own. And, boil down basic human decency and respect, guys. If children are born into that sort of environment, then obviously that aids in them becoming adults who are empathetic more than anything towards other people's feelings, and they turn into be the best adults they can possibly be, and they they recognize disrespect at the first instance and they resist it at all costs. So it's important for us as parents as well to raise children with respect, so that they take that with them, because children emulate whatever adults do. So if you're going to set an example, let it be a good one, because how you raise your child is potentially what they're going to be as an adult. And the second thing is stay connected to yourself through it all. So, for example, know who you are, know what you stand for, know what represents you more than anything, so that no matter what happens, no matter what anyone can say or do to you, it doesn't shake you, it doesn't move you, it doesn't trigger you, it doesn't bring up any past traumas or anything like that. And that's how you'll counteract on the bullying, and it will also aid in you resisting any forms of bullying, whether it be cyberbullying, bullying from family members, because guys, even bullying from family members is a thing. It's just that people are not ready to have that conversation. But yeah, I'm really interested to see on what your guys' take on this particular episode will be. I'm very excited about that. But yeah, maybe we should do an in-depth episode with bullying from family members in general, and maybe I'll also have like dialogue with someone. That's really exciting, because sometimes I don't like sitting here alone, guys. But yeah, I am also looking into having episodes where I have a dialogue. I actually have a conversation with guests on my segment on my channel. And yeah, but we'll get there. We'll get there. And guys, in all honesty, I've got a list of things here of what we can do to counteract bullying. But for me, if you are going to bully me, I am going to bully you back. That is the only way to deal with your bully. Because if you keep quiet and you walk away, then you sort of, in a way, authorizing them to repeat it again. So once you act against the bully, then it's like, oh, okay, she can fight for herself, so maybe I should tread carefully next time. And honestly, that's always worked for me. And you're not going to bully me and I'm going to keep quiet. I have time. I have unlimited data on this phone. I will come for you on social media if you think you're going to come for me. I have the time and I have the correct English to do it. So try me, you know me. A few of people have tried that with me on social media, especially on Twitter. They know I don't succumb. And I also respond back. I'm not keeping quiet. Obviously, other individuals I block. Because I mean, some people just tweet nonsense, guys, to be honest, and some things are just not worth answering to. But if you either come for my family or you come for me personally, you come for my flaws and my imperfections like you don't have any, and if you come for my children, now that's where I draw the line. I will come for you back, and I don't even mind at that point jeopardizing any bag, because at the end of the day, I am me without the bag. I am still an individual with feelings, and respect goes a long way. If you want respect, you need to give it. It's a two-way thing, you know? But yeah, guys, that's just a few pointers on bullying. And yeah, but yeah, guys, that's really it. I promise, I am going to be dropping more content. Please do hit me up in the comment section below on what else you'd want me to talk about on this specific segment on my channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. Don't forget to tell a friend to subscribe, share, and comment. And obviously, I will see you on episode 5. Adios, amigos. Bye.